Hi, everybody. In the next few minutes, I will explain how awesome it is to work as a foreign language teaching assistant in Austria and to teach together with me, your mentor teacher. Every year, over 400 TAs from around a dozen different countries support foreign language teachers at Austrian schools. TAs not only support students and teachers, but also benefit from their own efforts in the classroom by improving their linguistic and intercultural skills. So, what are the advantages of being a teaching assistant in one of our foreign language classes? You will be the total immersion factor. By communicating with a native speaker, students immerse themselves in the foreign language in real time. You will promote intercultural understanding together with your students, conveying in class not only your own native language, but also your traditions and customs from back home. You will allow for authentic insights into everyday life, culture, and the school system of your home country, whilst getting to know almost all you would ever want to know about the Austrian way of life. You will help tear down stereotypes and cliches on both sides. Most important, however, your interaction in class will bolster your students' motivation and self-confidence in using English as a foreign language. Therefore, you will play a particularly important role in otherwise regular foreign language classes. Another of your advantages is the age factor, because most of you are pedagogy students and in some cases young teachers, meaning that you are very close to the realities of your students in terms of age. In order to design lessons in such a way that everyone benefits the most, it is crucial for both of us, mentor teachers as well as TAs, to know who is fulfilling which role and what is expected of one another. As a mentor teacher, I know about these rules and will assure that your stay at one of our schools will be one of your greatest teaching experiences so far. From the legal perspective, it is therefore important to know about the do's and the don'ts. Let's start with the don'ts. You are not allowed to oversee classes alone or to take over disciplinary duties. You are not allowed to teach the entire class on your own. You must not substitute teach. You are not allowed to supervise halls or the schoolyard during recess or written exams. Supervision is always the duty of the regular teaching staff. You are not allowed to give marks or to grade papers and exams. You are not allowed to work longer than the contractually agreed number of hours per week. You should not introduce new subject-specific content or grammar in class independently. You should not teach without having been allowed sufficient preparation time. You should not act as a static living dictionary or sit in the classroom in silence for most of the time. And you are not required to take on any of the school's administrative duties. Nevertheless, if you are particularly professional and independent, I, as a mentor teacher, might ask you to voluntarily substitute teach or do supervision. Of course, only in exceptional cases and with the approval of the school's headmaster or principal. There are many challenging activities in which you as a TA may and even should participate. Take advantage of this. Getting involved in your class's various activities will enrich the class community as a whole. For instance, you could try out team teaching, in-depth teaching with half of the class, even more in-depth teaching with small groups, intensive one-on-one lessons, individual language training, preparing and practicing for exams like the Matura or a language test, and, of course, preparing various teaching materials. In my role as your mentor teacher, I will make sure that you will have enough time to prepare adequately for the topics to be treated in class. Your main task will be to practice conversation with your students and to give them insights into the culture, customs, and traditions of your home country. I would be especially happy to see you deliver exciting and colorful lessons using various formats, such as role-playing games, dialogues, music, videos, games, and quiz formats. Another one of your exciting projects will be to prepare teaching and learning materials in cooperation with my language teaching colleagues and myself. Please don't forget to bring along authentic materials from abroad for teaching purposes. Depending on your teaching experience, you may gradually take on more challenging tasks, such as conveying complicated topics like business, technology, science and research, history, and others. And at your own request, you may also take part in various school events, sit in on lectures, or teach in English in non-language classes. You are allowed to attend teachers' conferences, parent consultation days, and parent-teacher meetings. You are allowed to sit in on school leaving exams. You may take part in school events and celebrations like open house or the school ball. You are allowed to come along for school hiking days and for language and sports weeks. As a mentor teacher, I will work hard to ensure that your stay at our school is an enriching and successful experience for our students, for the whole school, and, of course, also for you personally. Rest assured, we all, the teachers and the students, know that Austria is a foreign country for you, and that you will have to cope with many societal, linguistic, and educational realities you're not used to yet. We are here to support you. Being your mentor teacher, I will help you understand the Austrian educational system, find your own position within the teaching staff, and become familiar with Austrian teaching and learning traditions. We should get in touch before the summer holidays. I'll tell you about the school and about what our school expects of you. You are welcome to email me as soon as you know about your school placement. If necessary, I'll also give you some support in finding an accommodation. Let's see who will be the first to establish contact. Once you arrive at our school, I'll support you with the first administrative steps. I'll introduce you to the teaching staff, especially the foreign language teachers. And as your mentor teacher, I will go over the do's and don'ts with you one more time in order to avoid any misunderstandings later on. Once at school, we will develop and discuss your timetable together with any partner school you might be co-assigned to. Last but not least, once at school, we will meet regularly, exchange ideas, evaluate lessons, discuss any issues that might have popped up over time, and try to identify and solve problems as early as possible. My students and I are definitely looking forward to meeting you in our classroom soon. Your commitment as a native speaker and TA in class is an investment in our students' futures. Just as it is for them, this school year is sure to be a great one for you too.